We are live. Hi. Just had a bunch of stuff outside of dev to take care of over the last couple days. What is wrong with my chat? Hang on. Let me figure out what's wrong with the chat. And then we'll start on some dev. Oh, there it goes. Just open this. Hang on. All right. Cool. A lot of the day kind of got away from me today doing random stuff, but I think we're gonna do a few research side things today. I want to see a little bit about E3B. I want to see a little bit about a few other things, and we will see. Oops. Man, there's been so much cool dev going on lately in Puffer. I want to keep scrolling until I see, where is it? Ah, here we are. Because there have been very sparse reward M's. Reward might be getting scaled twice. Value of 10, but worth tuning. Check that episode account also works, which we did. Okay. So, I mean, it is possible I have something screwy with my maze M's. It's per episode bonus as well. A bit. Okay. So there's not really that much of a suggestion from Mikhail there. Get this up for Neptune. And we'll just see if we can do a little bit on E3B potentially. Oops. I see. So I didn't really do anything over here. I guess we're fine to do stuff on this branch, right? Experience. Reward minus mean divided by standard deviation plus 1e minus 6. Right. Okay, so I did some initialist stuff on this. I remember now. Yeah, I remember this now. So if I just give this a single grid, say one map, runs, graphs. There we are. And sample. Score is not present yet. It will be. So if I just run this as is, we see no improvement at all. 9.94. These are reasonable looking hypers. And we just get no reward whatsoever. Flatline. We'll let this run for, I don't know, like a little longer just to see. But it's kind of funny that this literally will never find the goal. I should probably control for random seed, to be fair. There are probably maps for which it does find the goal, right? But if we're just going to do like initial cursory stuff, count space should make it solve just about any map. Yeah, completely flat here. So E3B is an approximation to counts-based. I tried counts-based and it worked very, very well. In fact, I think I might have even left that code into the grid. I might have left that code in the grid. So maybe we try that next. Hang on. Grid. Let's kill this because it's hit 50 mil. Ah, here we are. So I'm going to run this exact same thing again with counts. Oops, in place. I'd also like to know why my restream is not working. Because I like to get stream stats. There we go. It's got auto logged out. Let's run this again. I'm kind of wondering about the seed here, though. Well, let's see if this does anything first. Is it going to full solve it, though? Or is it going to get stuck? That's definitely weird. Count. Oops. Oh, is that... That's pretty weird the way that this is curved. No? It does figure it out. There it is. That's a full solve. So it had a little bit of a weird start to it, but counts full solves. There you go. So counts full solves. So E3B should full solve if it is approximating counts and doing it correctly. We'll double check seed, we'll double check a bunch of other things, but E3B should full solve if the algorithm is worth its salt, right? Okay, so we rebuild. Just rebuild this grid. Whoops. Use E3B. True. There's a low coefficient on this. And we'll let it run for a little bit here. And we'll see if E3B actually does something here. And then we can rerun the sweep potentially as well. I don't like it collapsing. It's not fully collapsed like PPO is, though. It still gets a little bit of reward. So we'll see if it figures anything out. We'll let it run for longer this time as well. E3B norm and E3B coef, right? E3B norm. What's this get used for? W. Oh, this is for the running mean. Okay. And then there's no clamp on this anymore. To be fair, I also know that counts was pretty sensitive to reward magnitude. Already do the root canals that later in the week. That was yesterday. So I had one procedure for that. And then I have to go back tomorrow for like probably 4 hours worth of crown fitting. And then I have to go, and they're an hour away. And then I have to go back yet again, probably a few days after that, to actually, once they've made the crown, to actually put it on. And I also have unrelated other doctor stuff to do tomorrow. So yeah, this week kind of just sucks. This week is like I don't have much time to do much of anything. I managed to at least get a haircut, but that's about it. How's Impulse Wars going? Yeah, this is getting no reward. I knocked out a bunch of dental stuff. It's good to get it all done. Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing that would have been way better is if I just, bothered to actually get it, like, figure out how to have a stable, consistent dentist appointments while I was traveling a bunch during my PhD. Um, so I wouldn't have had this. That would have been better. But we'll make do. I mean, the thing that sucked in particular was just the first dentist I went to here in Florida, like, really screwed up my teeth. It was just absolute idiot. So this one doesn't help. Pretty busy making still progress tweaking 3D. Got FreeCam working, which helped me figure out, oh, they were doing some stuff. Yep, that is good. I left you a mess of garbage code. I left you an absolute mess of just garbage code. I am aware. So I basically wanted to, I had a spare bit of time towards the end of the week. I figured I would try to get as much done I could do in about 2-ish work days. So I wanted to at least get the stuff in place there for you to be able to fiddle with. Laser and thruster. Yeah, but you could do it either way. I I think it would be better to just do it all in 3D because then you won't end up with camera problems. Like, otherwise you're gonna end up with perspective problems with different cameras. So what I tried to do with the laser, which I don't know if you saw, is I tried to make the laser just a line for the sniper. I'd suggest you do that. Just make it a line. So it's like a thin thing. And then maybe put a little point light wherever it hits the wall so you can see where it's aiming on a wall. That might be cool. But I don't think the walls are affected by the lighting at the moment. I tried that, it didn't look good. I mean, you did a ton of work on the game. I figured I'd at least put in some effort on the visuals. It is really important when you have like a truly good and complex environment that it looks the part. It is important. Also, so I can try that at some point. I got this. So I do have a controller to try it with now. Hopefully works on Linux. I will blame you if Elden Ring happens to make its way into my Steam downloads. Drone lighting was disabled. Didn't realize pseudo lighting was in the grid shaders. Yeah, I think it looks better if you just have the projectile lights on. You could even probably disable a lot of the dynamic lighting. Like getting real bloom working on the projectiles would do a lot of that for you. Um, the only thing that's kind of cool is like it sort of makes like a muzzle flare type effect, especially with like the shotgun or whatever, where they're all stacked up. I don't know. Yeah, we'll try with controller. So this stuff doesn't work at all. 0.001. Try this instead. See if there's any version of E3B that does something. Okay. I got E3B to do something. I got E3B to do something. Now the question is this seed specific? Or is this consistent and replicable? We'll run it again. I think what I do is, once I get the graphics polished and everything's working in 3D, add a camera toggle like you said, but make the default dynamic cam with medium field of view, so like the original game, right? The other modes will be orthocam, basically 2D. Yeah, I think you could just make it so that the play mode looks like the original game, right? Where it's like a top-down 3D cam like that, and then you can just make the spectator mode, right? The spectator mode can be the ISO cam. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that the default though should be whatever. You might want to build different for like the website versus for local. Like the default should be whatever looks cooler for the demo. So if you get the top-down cam to look cooler, that's fine. But I think that should be the goal. Is just like the demo's got to look cool. Okay, so this is a problem because this seems not replicable. Default will be dynamic cam like in retrograde. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I mean, you would think here that, what if we go back to PCG? We go back to num-ems. Go back to 8192ems. Hmm. Default for web will be dynamic cam. Well, if that looks cooler, then sure, right? I think it's just, I think it's map seed specific, so I don't know if it's E3B actually doing the thing or not. I'm trying something here. Like, it was on to something for a second there. Very fiddly. I think it's worth running a new sweep at least. It's interesting because it's like it's keeping some success rate, right? But it's not fully. That's tricky. There's also the E3B lambda or whatever. It needs to be tuned. There might be a little potential in this. Let's go add the lambda coefficient. E3B norm. Okay, so that's all we have to do, E3B lambda. B. There. So this is, was it 01, 001, and 10. 1 like this. We'll do 001 like that, maybe. And E3B lambda can go from, what's it, 10? Min is going to be 1, 100 or whatever. Divide by, no, wait, hang on. Divide by 01. Right. Formal. Ah, stop it. I hate the autocorrect sometimes. I wish I could disable multi-line completes like that, because they're just stupid. One. Yeah. Alright, so these are some nice coefficients, I'd say. And I think we also want to turn off this annealing. Device CUDA. Everything else can stay as is. Use E3B as true. That is set. And yeah, everything else can kind of just do whatever. And we'll see where that goes. Get out of here, you dumb bot. Okay. Okay. We got our puffer box. What'd I do? Train got gamma. These are literally the exact same. Don't learn VSTD per LM. Oh yeah, that works, right? Hang on. Yeah, we're good. Okay. No sessions. Place. Rebuild. And then we can run that sweep. Crazy warnings. And we'll see, maybe there is something to E3B. All right. Mode sleep. Neptune. B. Ugh. Probably needs the token. Let's get that. Copy. We do that. Okay. So that should learn some stuff. And we'll see if any of these experiments work. And then we'll also see, if E3B helps, if E3B doesn't help, or what's going on. Okay. Cold in here. Next stuff. I would like to do something with the diversity is all you need paper. I couldn't get it to do much on breakout. I think what is an env where you would expect that to do something interesting? I mean, I could try it on snake. I kind of like the idea of trying it on snake. I don't know if it's going to give us much. But I think we can try it. May as well. Yeah. That could be cool. Yeah, it's on its own branch though, right? This is set to true. Lost call if. Okay. I'm thinking we do a couple experiments on this, and then I'm going to need to get some food. And we will see. But ideally, we have experiments running so that when I get back, there will be stuff with that. Okay, encode observations got unexpected keyword. Ah, I see. Yeah, so you need to add in the encoder and then the discriminator. How bad is it if I just use the default model for snake? I think it's pretty bad, right? Okay, let's grab this. Yeah, I think that this is a decent one because like there's actually some hope of it doing something. And it's multi-agent. And we have a problem where I think this could help. I think this will just be very nice to have in general. This is, you also need this. And it's a little bit of a pain to integrate, I think, because really this vector here, encoder, actor, this goes to hidden size here. CNN channels. Skills. Yeah, so we'll do, and then this will just be out channels here to hidden size. And now here, code observations. Ooh. Yeah, that's a little fiddly, isn't it? You have to do this. Dot. You're out. Okay, open network out. It's not that bad. And observations. Hidden is going to be self.network. Oops. Network. Observations. Yeah, and then you get a concatenation here, and it's DI, all you need Z. Support train, encode observations. Z. Okay, that's good. Now, you also put this into, do you do forward and forward train? I think I use these now, don't I? Forward train, forward train, forward train, forward train, forward train. Don't you need this even for training? Yeah, so right here, this needs to take in forward train, it needs to take Z, and in forward it needs to take Z. Okay, now you're getting code observations. Good. Cannot be multiplied. Okay. Channels. And this is just hacky research dev code, right? So it's like, okay, so this is 32. Dot shape. Encoder out. Dot shape. Encoder out. 40. Skills. Am I not passing the number of skills to this? Plus skills. Yeah, I guess I'm not passing the init to this. DIAYN skills. So I must have passed 128. Archive is... Let's just do it this way. Oh, you can't because you do. That's annoying as hell. Okay, so I actually do have to figure out then. Train. This looks correct. So what's happening? 8. Okay. What'd I do? Out channels. I passed the wrong. Oh, hang on. I think I just passed the wrong. I passed the wrong thing in. I did pass the wrong thing in. Let's see, DIAYN archive. A range. Okay, that runs. The train. Yeah, but look at this look at this loss. This loss term of 0 is very sketchy to me. So I'm not happy with that. Like, I don't think if we run this, we're going to see agents playing the game in a way that's meaningfully different from each other. Oh, also, this is the dumb version of Snake. We want the word for food. I think we want this. Just 25, not that interesting. Now, is there any difference? Does this train at 3.9 million steps per second? That's funny as hell. And it's still all in the environment. That's crazy. Okay, score is 3, which is abysmal. Try this now. Something's weird with it being at 3.9 million. I think that's too high. 4 million. Yeah, there's something wrong. I think it's too high. Oops. Maybe. Let me see. Num M's. 3 num M's. Something's wrong there. For sure, something's wrong there. Well, is this just a massive number of M's? Hang on. Snakes. Shouldn't it just be like... What was it before? Go find the 2O params. Hey, 1.8K on Puffer. Very nice. Look at that. Good growth. Turn. Two and two. These are all the same. 200 mil. Snake 16. Should be 16 M's. Try that. There we go. It's just wrong number of M's. Okay, so this is original training. I do seem to remember it performing better than this. Hang on, did I do... Oh, this is the same as before. Interesting. I mean, that really does not perform great. Train's real fast, though. 28. Okay, and if I... Can I run this? Yeah. Keep it on model. LT experiments. Change the default false to true. You have to do the Z term, don't you? Let's try this first. This one doesn't have Z. Oh, it doesn't have an RNN on it. That's why it's fast. It's crazy. LSTM missing. Where's this? Forward. Oh, I don't know why this doesn't have an RNN on it. Maybe it should just have, it should have an RNN on it right here, right? Not unpack. Yeah, there's something screwy. Dude, this is obnoxious. PufferLib models. Oh, that's a little silly, isn't it? I can just change that to none and none. Try this. How's this happening here? This should work. I'm gonna have to fiddle with this in a bit. Where'd it go? So I'm getting really hungry. I think what we're gonna do, we're real quick, just make sure that these runs are actually going. And then we do tags group. This one's here. Yeah, so these all runs are like, these are all doing roughly the same here. Okay, I'm gonna go get some food. I'm gonna go do a couple things, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll do some more dev on this and see if we can get this working or E3B working or some sort of exploration working. Thanks for tuning in. Puffer.ai for all the things. Star, join Discord, X, all that. We'll be back in a bit.